Hello and welcome back to the channel. Super glad to have you here. So in today's video we are going to talk about this wonderful herb, ladies mantle. We're going to talk about the specific applications of this herb, the parts that are used, as well as the benefits and some of the warnings that I want you to carefully look into if you are intending to use a ladies mantle as part of your healing process for relieving the specific ailments that we will talk about this video. So in this video, this is for informational purposes only. I do give you a foundational brief knowledge on specific herbs and remedies, but in no way, shape or form am I saying it's going to work for you. Always consult your herbal practitioner and your medical practitioner before you use any herb or anything recommended in this channel. And I've also linked to some recent studies in my videos backing up what I am saying, as well as using my own personal experience and the experience of others that I know in using the wonderful herbs and spices that we talk about in this video. So ladies mantle, absolutely amazing because it contains specific benefits for the body. It's considered as astringent. It also helps to regulate the menstrual cycle, and it's also used as a digestive tonic, and it's anti-inflammatory, and it is super amazing for healing wounds as well. So basic properties of ladies mantle, as you can tell here, we are in iherb.com, and they have different types of ways to use ladies mantle. We have the tincture right here, as well as also being infused into some sort of shaving cream, some fertility supporting tea as well, another tincture, and also some lotion. So different ways. As in for Amazon, which is my go-to apart from iHerb, we have most of it is in the dried form, a lot of tinctures, some of the lotion and cream right there, capsules as you can see. So it's really important. You've got a lot of different variety of brands presenting themselves to you. So it's really important before you purchase anything based on that. For example, here on Might and Rose Herbs, which is absolutely amazing for herbs and spices that are great quality. We've got the dried, we've got the extract and the root as well for a couple of other things for that. So as in eBay, also a great variety as well. So it's really important when you are selecting it to look at the brand, look at the reviews, look at are they standing behind their promises, what are the studies that are supporting their claims as well. So it's a great herb, and it's also like many of the herbs that contain the word lady or mother, it is very good for ladies in general, and it's also considered a gynecological herb that helps to relieve heavy menstrual bleeding, also itching as well down there as well. So it's very astringent, it's rich in tannins, and it's also considered one of the most popular wound herbs in the battlefields of the 15th and the 16th centuries. So it's, as we said, it contains tannins, it contains salicylic acid, as well as the essential oil as well for that. So for the parts that can be used, we've got the main leaves that are always used to make specific medicines out of them, and capsules and other parts as well. So the leaves are very astringent, and they're good for gastroenteritis and also diarrhea. They're also good for helping to control heavy periods, and they can also be used for period pain as well, also to help regulate the cycle, just like with Vitex, just like with other herbs such as red raspberry leaves as well. And also with the leaves of ladies mantle, they are extremely cooling, and they're useful for inflammations and infections. So if you have ladies mantle growing around your area, then it is highly advised, after you've correctly identified it, of course, and you've made sure that it's away from pollution as much as possible, it's highly advised to harvest the leaves before the flowering stage. So before the plant is more mature, before it flowers, just harvest the leaves, dry them up, wash them, dry them up, and you have a great ladies mantle source ready to go. So what are the different ways that you can use this herb? As you can see here, so many different products that are for ladies mantle, but what are the different ways to use them? Well, first of all, we've got the most common way is to make an infusion, like many other herbs that we've talked about. A simple infusion for gastroenteritis also can be used for diarrhea, and you can take the infusion up to 5 times daily for acute these symptoms. Now, I do not advise you, sorry, just an ad here, I do not advise you to use up to 5 times by yourself. You always need to be under the approval and supervision of a holistic medical practitioner if you have any sort of acute symptoms. So I'd say 1 to 3 cups of the infusion for the symptoms that we've indicated here. Apart from that, we have the tincture. And as with any type of herbal tincture, I highly advise you to check out the glycerin-based tincture. I know for some, they consider the alcohol-free tincture as more concentrated. They believe also that alcohol strips as much of the minerals and as much of the benefits from the herb itself and place it into the tincture. But I tend to go for the glycerin-based tincture. Really important also when giving it to children, and important to help in being a gentle tincture that tastes quite well as well. So, and I avoid alcohol in other ways as well. So if you do have any trouble with the alcohol-free tincture, then it's the way to go for you. So both for the tincture, when using the ladies' mantle tincture, you can use it for period pain, for menstrual irregularities, and also for menstrual problems, and also for menopausal problems as well. So they're not just used for the female hormone system during the fertile ages, but they can also be used for menopausal problems as well, hot flashes and so forth. So if you can access some ladies' mantle tincture, I highly advise you to check it out. It's the best way to go. So here we've got a brand, but it's from Siberia, and unfortunately not much reviews going on, so I would totally skip that. You can also make your own tincture. We've talked about that previously, making a glycerin-based tincture. By following simple instructions, make sure everything is sanitized, and just adding the herb to a clean jar, and then adding some glycerin, a little bit of water on top of that, mixing it through, placing in dark environments for up to 6 weeks. After that, just simply strain it out, shake it once a day, and then after 6 weeks, strain it out, place it in a dark amber colored jar like this one. Can be easily accessed in the pharmacy and also in the stores as well. You can easily access the amber jars for making tinctures. So with the ointment, you can also use this. We said here we came across a couple of ointments using ladies' mantle. You can also use the ointment such as this one here, or you can actually make your own if you are in the mood and if you have all the ingredients. I would highly advise you. It's a very creative process and quite easy as well. So for the ladies' mantle ointment, you can use it to relieve itching. You can combine it about 50 grams of the ointment with 20 milliliters of the rose water and 50 milliliters of the infusion or the tincture, and then use it night and morning to relieve itching down there for the females. Another thing is simply using it as a wash. You can apply the infusion externally for the eczema and sores as well. You can use it for mouthwash. You can use it for gargling, specifically when it comes to sore throats, laryngitis, and also mouth ulcers as well. Another thing that you can also use the ladies' mantle is, as we said, for period pain and period discomfort. For that, and this gentle way to balance the system, the hormone, female hormone system as well. So when it comes to the warnings and side effects, what is it that I want you to look out for? Well, basically, I want you to avoid the herb in all its forms in pregnancy because it can actually stimulate the uterus. It's considered a uterine stimulant, so avoid it at all costs during pregnancy. Also, always seek professional advice if you have any change, sudden or abnormal change in your bleeding when it comes to period bleeding. For the females out there, uterine bleeding is considered quite serious and also has so many other symptoms behind it and so many other illnesses behind it. So it's really important to consult a medical practitioner if you have any sort of change in the uterine bleeding. So we came towards the end of our video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. We would love to have you on board. Take care and have a great day.